Welcome to Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. And today, we're hopefully completing, the Fender Stratocaster. Because I found out that's what it actually is. It's a made in Mexico, and all the different part numbers on it were because it was parts shipped from the US to Mexico. So this is an authentic Fender, just made in Mexico. So we're going to replace some things today. Nothing major. We're going to get this guitar up and ready. Hopefully we'll have enough time to play it. If not, that'll be for the next video. So please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let's get over to the bench and get working on this guitar. All right, so here's what we've got done. I don't know if I went over this in the last video, but the bullet jack here got completely lost the gold, went silver on the outside here. So we have replacement parts. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to swap the jacks, of course, because I'm going to keep the one here, because apparently this is a real Fender. It was just a made in Mexico, and that's why there's all the different part numbers, because some of these parts came from America when they were having issues, I guess, at their factory in America. So, and we will change out the screws also. I do have saddles. If there's anything wrong with these saddles, I will swap them out. If not, I'll save them for another project. And I got a new back plate, because the same thing happened to the back plate as happened to the jack boat. But we may use the original screws, not the ones in this bag, because these are bigger and these are the originals. That's what the holes are drilled for. I don't want to go, these are a little bit bigger. We'll see how that works out. We may switch them. Whatever works best. Tuners are going to stay the same. There's nothing wrong with those. String tree, I may change, because this did come with string trees. This kit that I bought. So it's got this type of roller string tree. We'll see if that'll work. If it has a buzz with the roller string tree, we'll put the original back on. So that's kind of where we are with the parts. The neck has not been attached yet, but the neck has been done. Today we're going to rock the frets and check those. That will be the next thing that we do. So apparently I spoke with Smoke Eaters and a few other guys, and this neck actually is a Fender neck. So I may try to straighten this out because it's off center. I may not. I don't know. But it's ready to go back on after we check it and check the straightness of the neck, which just seems like there might be a little bow in the middle from looking at it. Hopefully you can see that. If not, we'll figure it out. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the simple part, the jack bolt. So we're going to have to change this tip to the smaller tip for now. I believe this actually did have 10s on it, so we're going to throw some 10s on this. And to tell you the truth, I'll take this jack boat and get all this gold off, and I'll save this for another project since it's coming off anyway. And it was already loose. Look at that, I could take it right off with my fingers. Didn't even need a wrench. This one's loose too, so I don't think I'll have to use a wrench with that either. Just take that right off with my fingers too. And we'll save that for another project. If I got a bad jack somewhere, boom, we'll replace it. Now I just hope this other jack fits in here, or then we're going to have a problem. Because it looks like it might be a little bit bigger. But it may screw on. We'll see. Well, we may have to get out the drill bit and drill it. If I can't get this to thread. I don't know if I'm going to get that to thread. Nope. So, let's see. What is the best course of action? Maybe we use this. Yeah, that looks like that'll work without messing up the finish. So hopefully my Dremel is charged. Otherwise, I'll have to stop the video. It'll be seconds for you. It'll be until it charges for me. Let's see. All right, we're in business. So let me get my rag. Put it over the body here and protect it. Let's see if that's enough. Nope, not quite enough. But you'll notice I'm going from the back side because I do not want to mess up the front of the jack. And this might just take some time. A little bit more. It's getting hot, so I want to let it cool down. I don't want to mess up the finish. Put that in front of the fan for a second. I got my little mini fan over here going. My new mini fan that plugs in. So that when I'm soldering and when I'm hot, Getting there, getting there. Everything takes time, just a little bit more. But apparently this was not made for a Fender. Well, maybe a Fender American, I don't know. Maybe not. Because this came as a Stratocaster. Normally it would designate and say Fender Stratocaster or Squire. This might have said Squire. Pretty sure actually it said Squire, and a Fender and a Squire are not 100% compatible. I don't want to mess up this, but that's getting closer. All right, I'm going to finish that off camera, but now you know what I'm doing. All right, so the new jack boat is in. So this is a new tremolo arm. The tremolo arm was not here when I got the guitar. So this is just a really cool 3-pack that I got at on Amazon. So it came with a silver, it came with a black, it came with the gold, and it also came, and this wasn't listed, but it also came with a cream, a black, and another white, which will come in handy for other builds when I change pick guards. So just something really cool. I'll put a link in the description. Just wanted to mention that. I think it was like $8.99, maybe $7.99. So that's in new arm. Now the new arm, it's a Fender, so it's got that funky, and this is an aftermarket. So what I did is, this is very long, and this, it goes in on an angle on this tremolo. So what I had to do to get this to fit right is actually put a bend in this. Once I got it in there, so to get it to fit right and work right, I had to put a little bend in it. But it wasn't hard. I held down on the tremolo and just pushed down and got it to fit. Because you notice here now when I'm screwing it in, it goes in on an angle. It doesn't go in straight. So it's a good tight fit. And it comes down here like this, just like my buddy's Fender. So, you know, this can, so you can push this down out of the way. You can still get to everything, all your knobs. It's just not going to swing. Even if you pull it back, so you have it like this, where it's an easy pull up, it's not going to swing. But it works. Very functional. So we're all set there. Pickups, the height, I adjusted all of those last time. I put cleaner on all of the switches, the pots, so nothing's really, there's no wonkiness now in the pots. The push, the Gilmore switch is good to go. So let's get to the neck. All right, I'm knocking everything all over the place. Let me get my fret rocker. Let's see. I'm all reorganized, so I'm actually relearning my whole area with the new place. I've got some new cool drawers down here. They are an under desk drawer, and it screws to the body of the desk. So you have some under drawer storage and a little shelf. So I'll show that to you guys later because it's pretty cool. I got it from Temu for like $10, $11. Definitely well worth it. All right, so these have all been polished. I did touch up a couple edges here, and in fact, there's one right there that I got to hit one more time. There we go, better. So all the frets are smooth. I just touched up a couple of them, but they were pretty. It was pretty good to go. All right, so let's rock the frets. After I also polished all the frets. As you can see, it's pretty shiny. And no noise at all when I'm dragging this across these. So the guitar may not have looked pretty, but I think it might have played well because so far I don't have a. But now we're getting. I don't have a single one. But now let's not talk too quick because we're now getting around that 12th fret. That's where you usually find the problems if there are any. From somebody playing the heck out of the guitar. Now I don't know if this has been played a lot or refretted, but these frets are really, really nice. Let's see, did I just have that off center? Yep, I just had that off center. Not rocking. So we've got nothing rocking at all. So let's check the straightness of the neck. 25.5 scale. Which is actually, sorry, that's why I got this so cheap. It's Timo. It's actually marked wrong. This is the 25 and the other one is the 24. So this neck, it's slippery because it's a polished neck. But from the looks of it, there's very little relief in this guitar neck. It's pretty flat. There's a tiny bit of relief in it, which is good. That's what we want. So let's get this off the table because that always creates an issue. So it was not maybe stored well. From the looks of the board, it may have been cleaned up before, but I don't think this was significantly played. So I don't think this is a refret. I think these are the actual original frets. And there's nothing in these I can get a nail into. But you can, from looking at down here, whoever played this definitely played in the lower area. Because there's some things in these frets. But they're smooth. They've been filed. Neck's been cleaned. So it's good to go. So we're going to put the body back together. Look at the neck. We're going to rejoin them. Since all the other repair work is done. Now, as you noticed, I did learn from John at Smoke Eater Guitars that cutout on either side of this, if you watch the other video, is so that you can adjust the neck. And that's done at the factory. Did not know that. I didn't see that on the other Strat that I worked on. So either they didn't do that at the factory, or I just didn't notice it because I wasn't looking for imperfections like I was in this one. So let's get this tremolo arm out of here. Put that up out of the way. And we're going to go with the original screws because of the way this thing's been drilled. And then we can decide if we need to change them after that. Now on this guitar, the way this area is, I think I'm going to use the plastic so it doesn't dig into this body anymore, because we got some cracks here. I think all this cracking started from this being too tight and not having the plate. So that's how we're doing it. Everybody likes them different. It's different for everybody, but I like it the way it is. That's that, you know. I normally just put the metal plate, but the way this guitar is, I think it needs that extra protection. Okay. Let's get the drill. And I'm sorry if the angle is not perfect on this, but let's hit that with a long screwdriver. And tighten them. I like the opposite. Yep, it's got that good crack there. And by tightening that, I open that crack up by tightening that to the right amount of tightness. So now we're going to have a spot right here that we're going to have to touch up so it doesn't lift and split. But this will hold down all the rest of this. But I'm not going to do that until later because I may have to readjust this neck if it's not straight. And the only way to do that now and make sure and check is to put the strings on it. So that is the next thing we're going to do. So let's pick out some strings. And I think, I just don't know which ones I want to use. Pro steels or nickel wound. That is the question. I'm thinking with the Gilmore mod, this has got a bright tone, and these are a super bright tone. Round wound. Same as these, just a brighter tone. I'm thinking the brighter tone. So we're going to go with those. And I didn't pay that price tag for these because I got a deal on these. Alto Music was closing their Dutchess County store, and they normally do 3 for 15, like around $15. It's buy two get one free, and they were a little bit less because they had 30% off, right around the same price, a little bit less. I think I got 4 packs for around the same price I would normally pay for 2 packs. All right, so she's got strings on her, but we have a tremolo issue. Tuned it up, and as you can see, that tremolo is way up. So now we got to go in the back. We got to loosen the strings, and we've got to address the tremolo issue. So let's show you this also. You can see the strings are perfectly aligned here, lined up with the pickups. Everything's good to go on the bridge. Let's see if we got any buzzalicious. Okay, so rather than mess with trying to strip these screws, I added 2 springs that I had. Now the tremolo sits properly, and we have guitar noise. Now, I haven't intonated it or done any of that. We have run out of time in this video. So what we are going to be doing is continuing in another. Be right back. All right. So as you saw on the bench, we have guitar noise. Now I have not I have not set the pickup height. I haven't done the action. I haven't done the nut. I haven't double checked the truss rod now that the strings are on it. So the next video, we're going to come back and we're going to do the train, and we're going to do a demo on this guitar. Thanks for watching Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll see you in the next one. Rock on.